The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's regular meeting of Weyburn City Council for Monday, March 10th. A little bit of work to do tonight, the reports from the Library Committee, flag raising request, and we'll get some work done on the boardwalk. So it'll be a fun night. Let's get to work. If I could get a motion to approve the minutes of last council meeting.
Your Worship will make the motion that the minutes of the regular council meeting and strategic planning and priorities held February 24th, 2025 be approved.
Great.
I'll second that, Your Worship.
Thank you. Any commentary or questions or edits? None? All in favor? Thank you very much. Any additions to the agenda, administration?
Yeah, thanks, Your Worship. There's no additions from administration tonight.
Thank you. Council? None? All right, we'll keep going. No public hearings or notices tonight, no delegations, proclamations, or petitions. So next up is reports of standing committees tonight, a report from the Library Board. Councillor Morissette.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just a short one tonight. The AGM for the Weyburn Public Library is Thursday, March the 13th at 6 o'clock at the library. They're inviting everyone to come down and check out the highlights from 2024, and they're always welcoming new board members, or even if you just want to sign up to be a friend of the library so that any one of the staff or board members can call during the year to help out with events. That would be fantastic as well. I looked back over 2024 really quick, and over 11,000 people made use of the various programs provided by the library staff. Those ranged from pre-made kits that you could pick up and take home and make with your family. Check out the online things. They have all sorts of little YouTube videos. And then there's events right at the library itself, whether it's children's programming, teen programming, or adult programming. There's lots of great things to check out. The spring book sale is going to be held April the 3rd to the 5th. So starting next Monday, residents can take their donations to the library. Just remember, if you wouldn't buy it, don't donate it. They're also asking for no VHS tapes or encyclopedias. Also, if you'd like to volunteer to help sort those donations that are coming in or at the sale itself, you can sign up for a time at the front desk. It's going to be a really great streamlined way to sign up instead of writing down on a piece of paper. So the library board wants to extend a huge thank you to everyone who supports the library because it's a definite asset to our city.
Thanks, Councillor Morissette. Any questions for Councillor Morissette on the library report?
Question.
Yes.
Do they accept DVD donations?
Yes, they do. A lot of the donations that aren't sold at the library are sent off either to some of our northern communities that wouldn't have normal access to it, or some of them are selected and sent to the jail system as well.
Excellent, thank you.
So, Councillor Higgs, you have somewhere for your Baywatch collection to go now. Oh, you're welcome. Next up is the consent agenda. We have two items on the consent agenda, the fire chief's report and the water treatment plant report. If I can get a motion to get those on the floor, please.
Your Worship, I'd move the following items be approved on the consent agenda: the fire chief report and the water treatment plant report for February.
Thank you. And a seconder?
Your Worship, I'll second that motion.
Okay, thanks. Any commentary, questions for either one of those two reports? Hearing none? We'll call the motion, call the question. All in favor? Thank you very much. As always, those reports are available on the city website. Next up is accounts payable. We need a motion for that.
I will make the motion, Your Worship, that we pay the bills for the month of February.
Well, then I get a seconder for that one.
Your Worship, I'll second that motion.
All right. Any questions on the Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Oh, sorry, wait.
Your Worship, just so it gets in the minutes, total purchases are $2,483,528.10.
Thanks, Councillor Janke.
Thank you. All right. Call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Okay, up next is introduction of bylaws. So this is the bylaw to extend the time required for completion of the assessment roll. I will turn that over to the Director of Finance for discussion.
Thank you. The Saskatchewan Assessment Management Agency, SAMA, has not sent our 2025 assessment roll for the City of Weyburn. So once this is received, the process of reviewing the assessment roll for the preparation of the 2025 tax notices will be past the required date of April 1st, 2025. An extension date of May 31st, 2025 is requested to ensure that there are no errors or revisions required before applying the 2025 mill rates and processing the tax notices.
All right. First off, let's get a motion on the floor. We'll take the first reading.
Your Worship, I would move that council gives first reading to bylaw 2025-3496, being a bylaw to extend the time required for the completion of the assessment roll.
Thank
I'll
you.
second that, Your Worship.
Thank you. Okay, any questions for the Director of Finance on this one? Yeah.
Laura, I know I ask this question every year, but is there ever going to be a year when we don't have to ask for this extension?
Probably not.
Thank you.
Okay. Nothing else? All right, we'll call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Next up, we'll get the second reading.
Your Worship, I would move that council give second reading to bylaw 2025-3496, being a bylaw to extend the time required for the completion of the assessment roll.
I will also second that, Your Worship.
Thank you. Question?
And Laura, to be clear, this is SAMA who is holding this up. There's nothing we can do to accelerate this at all.
That's correct, yes.
Thank you. Nothing else? Call the question. All in favor? Okay. Next up, we need a motion to do the third reading.
Your Worship, I would move the council agrees to give third reading today to bylaw 2025-3496, being a bylaw to extend the time required for the completion of the assessment roll.
Thank you.
I will second that, Your Worship.
Thanks. So this is unusual to do three readings in a night, but on this one, it makes sense. Any questions on why we're doing this? Okay. Call the question. All in favor? Thank you. And then third and final.
Your Worship, I would move that council gives a third reading and pass bylaw 2025-3496, being a bylaw to extend the time required for the completion of the assessment roll.
Good. And a seconder.
I will second that, Your Worship, and Councillor Corrigan, I promise I will take that the next time.
Okay, last chance for questions. Councillor Janke.
Apologies, Your Worship. I tried very hard to come up with a third question, but I only got two.
Okay. Nothing else? Very good. We'll call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, on to new business. First up is a flag raising request. City Clerk.
Thank you. The City of Weyburn has a flag raising policy that establishes guidelines for raising flags in front of City Hall. A flag raising request has been received from Southeast Advocates, Inc. to have a flag raising event on Tuesday, March 25th to promote Anti-Racism Day. This flag that you see up there, titled Share Your Heart, was created by an 8-year-old Vietnamese child from Weyburn who wanted to express her vision of a world without racism. The design features hands cradling the earth, symbolizing unity and care alongside a red heart with the message, "Love sees no color." Surrounding the image are diverse individuals standing together representing the strength of inclusivity. This powerful artwork reflects a child's hope for a world free from discrimination where love and respect are shared by all. City administration has reviewed the application and it meets the requirements of the flag raising policy as Anti-Racism Day is recognized by the federal government. My recommendation is that council provide approval to Southeast Advocates Inc. request to have an anti-racism flag raised outside City Hall on March 25th, 2025.
Thank you. Can I get a motion, please?
Your Worship, I'm more than happy to make the motion that council provides approval to the Southeast Advocate Inc.'s request to have the anti-racism flag raised outside of City Hall on March the 25th, 2025. Thank
you, Councillor Morissette. And a seconder?
Your Worship, I'm pleased to second that motion.
Thanks, Councillor Janke. Any commentary or questions on this? It's exciting. The flag looks great. No? Hearing nothing?
The flag does look great.
It does. Yeah. All right, we'll call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, on to boardwalk repair. Wow, having a hard time, sorry. Boardwalk repair, turn that over to the city manager.
Yeah, thanks, Your Worship. So in 2023, it was identified that the boardwalk located on Riverview Drive was in need of a new composite boards, as existing had become weathered and deteriorated. As well as some understructure has failed, causing collapsing due to insufficient structure support of the joint or cross joints. So a structural engineering company was consulted in 2024 for recommendations for structural support repair for the boardwalk. So the park's capital expense budget includes $73,500. However, in 2024 budget year, there was no bids received, so this was carried over to this year's budget. So on January 7th, 2025, boardwalk repair RFP was posted on SAS Tenders and as well on our city's bids and tenders portal. Proposals were received by no later than February 26th at 1 o'clock, with completion date of the project being expected by October 31st, 2025. So in total, there was 6 proponents who provided bids, with a spread going all the way from $65,775 just to shy of $500,000. So based on the full assessment, there is a recommendation based on pricing and past performances and meeting the requirements outlined by the city. It's recommended that the boardwalk repair project contract be awarded to JW Landscaping, Inc. For a bid amount of $65,775, and this does not include GST.
Very good. Thank you, City Manager. Can I get a motion on this one, please?
Your Worship, I move that the Boardwalk Repair Parks 2025-001 contract be awarded to JW Landscaping, Inc. for the amount of $65,775, not including GST.
Great, thank you. And a seconder?
I'll second that, Your Worship.
Thanks, Councillor Sedlowski. Okay. Commentary? Questions? Questions for the City Manager? Yeah, Councillor Sedlowski.
I just wanted to say I'm happy to see it go to a local company, so that's very good.
Yep, agreed. Yep. Councillor Bador?
Just wondering, is it closed down right now, the boardwalk? I don't ever use that piece.
No, it's still available, but there is some structural issues within that. So.
And is it the whole block that needs work? Yes. Or yeah. Okay.
Other questions? Yeah, Councillor Janke.
I know you already spoke this a little bit, but were you at all surprised to see the diversity, ignoring the crazy one, the diversity of prices we got here? Like some of these are way higher than the other ones.
Yeah, well, Councillor Janke, when you look at, you have 3 of the bidders within, normal range, all the way from the JW Landscaping to the other ones that are just, $70,000 and $76,000. The ones that are kind of outside the norm, the 100 and 120, it could be what they're using for products, it could be their travel, it could be a lot of different things. But when you see 3 of them in a kind of a more of a jointed pricing, it doesn't really give me any concerns with that. The one that's almost 500,000, that's a little out there, but the other ones are within normal range, I see. And just to add, I'm really happy to receive bids. We received no bids last year, and this is a project that we really wanted to get done last year, and I'm really happy to see that we not only received 1 bid, but 6 bids. It's really quite good to see as well.
That's right. All right. Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor? It's carried. Thank you. All right, last piece is an RFP for manhole replacement. We'll turn that over to the Director of Engineering.
Thank you, Your Worship. So the City of Weyburn has an allocated $65,000 in the Utility Operating Fund for the 2025 manhole refurbishment program. On February 4th, 2025, a request for proposal was posted on the online bidding portal, Bids and Tenders, SAS Tenders, and the city's website. Quotations were to be received by the City of Weyburn on Monday, February 24th, 2025 at 4 p.m. Central, and a total of 1 proposal was received from Top Shot Concrete, Inc. for $75,258, including taxes. The proposal submitted was reviewed to ensure the bidder understood the scope of work, met the RFP requirements, and to ensure the project delivery schedule was met on time. The submitted proposal met all the requirements outlined by the city. So it's recommended that the 2025 manhole refurbishment project be awarded to Top Shot Concrete, Inc. with a reduced scope of one manhole wall treatment for a total of $63,603, including taxes, to remain within that allotted budget.
Great, thank you. A motion.
Your Worship, I'd like to make a motion that the 2025 manhole refurbishment project be awarded to Top Shot Concrete, Inc. with a reduced scope of one manhole wall treatment for a total of $63,603, including taxes, to remain in the allotted budget.
Thank you. And a seconder?
Your Worship, I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All right, questions? Councillor Corrigan.
Your Worship, Director, could you just, for the public, describe to us exactly what manhole refurbishment actually means?
Absolutely. So in the manhole, it's the basin is made out of cinder blocks, not one solid barrel, precast barrel. So rather than replacing that barrel with a precast concrete barrel, we can salvage the cinder block barrel. We just have to reseal it. So the company will go in there and apply fiber reinforced shotcrete concrete to the walls. It is working in confined space, so it is a little bit of a specialized work. And then once that material is applied to the walls for that seal, it's troweled in place. And then for the floors, to do a floor replacement, they'll have to use like a jackhammer and remove the old material and then re-pour a new floor. So when it's done, it's basically the inside of it is sealed like a precast concrete barrel.
Excellent.
Perfect. Thank you for the description.
Councillor Higgs.
Two questions. So the hope was to get 6 done, kind of, if that's sort of the math, is that?
Yeah, so I think we had 8 on there. Did we not? Yeah, and just we split it out. So some of these barrels need a bottom replacement and walls. Some just need wall treatment. Some need the ladder and walls. So it just worked out to remain within budget to remove that one wall treatment. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
no, that's good. Thank you.
Yep.
That's it. Good. Anybody else? Nope. All right, we'll call the question then. All in favor? Thank you very much. Holy man, we're really cruising along. All right, next up is inquiries and announcements. Councillor Morissette, you have one to do?
Thank you, Your Worship. I'll try and slow down and draw this one out a little bit. So the City of Weyburn and the Walk of Fame Committee are very pleased to announce that Jason Bond and James Hill have been selected for the 2025 induction to the Wall of Fame. Both Bond and Hill have been recognized for their outstanding achievements in their respective fields, and they share a deep connection to Weyburn and credit the community as an important part of their journey. Their induction celebrates not only their professional successes, but the ties that they have to our city. The official Walk of Fame induction ceremony will take place at 2 o'clock on Saturday, June the 14th. And the Walk of Fame committee has teamed up with the Sioux Line Cruisers. So we're going to hold everything all at once downtown so everybody can check it out. So that's at 2 o'clock again on June the 14th at Weyburn City Hall. Community members are invited to attend and celebrate the legacy of these two remarkable individuals. If you haven't lived here very long, because I know I haven't, Jason Bond is a respected Canadian film industry professional and a Directors Guild of Canada member. And James Hill is a distinguished Canadian diplomat whose career has spanned multiple international postings. So further details on the event and the inductee bios will be announced in the lead up to the event. The Walk of Fame committee wants to thank all the nominators for submitting an exceptional group of candidates. It really was a difficult decision. There were 6 nominations this year, and they were great submissions. Mr. Hill has actually been nominated more than once, so please nominate people again, even though they didn't get on the Walk of Fame this year. 2027 isn't that far away. So thank you to everybody who nominated, and thanks to the committee. You guys put in a lot of long hours, putting this all together. So hopefully everybody will be able to make it down on June the 14th.
Thanks, Councilor Morris. That's exciting. It's always a fun day, too. I appreciate the work of the committee as well. If somebody wanted then to begin the nomination process for 2027, because we only do this every 2 years, is that all available readily on the city website?
Yeah, it's weyburn.ca /Walk of Fame. So
Perfect.
there's previous inductees and the whole list of qualifications.
Thank you very much. That's exciting. Anybody else? Inquiries and announcements? Questions? Yeah, Councilor Bador.
I would just like to congratulate the organizers of the Frostival this weekend.
Yeah.
I stopped by there, and the hub of activity around Weyburn, that was a buzzing place. Watched a soccer game or two, but also just watching the beautiful facility being used to its full capacity. And also thanks to the staff. I know they were starting early and trying to keep everything going there, and it's a huge thing for Weyburn, and thank you to the organizers.
Yeah, thanks for saying that was a great event. You're right. Thank you for saying that. Anybody else? All right, well then I think that's it. We'll be back here Monday, March 24th, and we'll call this meeting adjourned.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today